Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, October 29th, 2021. Happy Friday, everyone. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice right here the ES trading in a narrow range over the last 4 days. Really, if you look at the last 5 days, it's also a narrow range. It's been narrow ranging for a while up here. And it's holding at these highs after the recent rally. Very nice break to the upside right here. Boom. Big time move. That midpoint right there, very important. When you get that kind of lift and you go to the edge over here, that's a point where if there's failed acceptance at some point, we may make a move back to that original breakout point, which is 4,400. 4421 is the midpoint of the key range. So if we're up here messing around for too long and fail at the key range high 45.49.5, that opens up a return to 44.21s. So right now overall we're still in a bullish trend. Very difficult to fade right now because this is just such a strong market. Instead, any pullback remains a buying opportunity as this thing quietly continues to push higher on this last trading day of the month. Started the month with a big push downward here. It took out the previous quarter's close and rallied to the previous quarter's mid. And then through it for a continuation higher. That's very solid right there, the way that's played out. It did miss the quarterly low, but barely. But very, very solid move to begin and end the month here for the ES, now holding at the quarterly high with an upward bias and watching for signs of failure. Taking a look at the NQ. Very similar price action. This one did take out the previous quarter's low. So when we came into the month and we did the monthly market outlook, we mentioned if we can take out this quarterly low and reject it, that could be an opportunity to flip this thing back to the midpoint of the range for the quarter, followed by across the range. That played out perfectly. Didn't really wipe out the previous quarter's lows, but was below it for 3 straight days. And then over here, same thing on the opposite side, not really blowing through it, but just kind of getting above it. Outside quarter now, and again, now that we've reached that quarterly high, which we talked about, if there's a failure to kind of find acceptance above those levels, there could be a rotation back down toward 15,073s. Right now, very strong, not eager to fade unless significant rejection occurs. Taking a look at crude oil, you'll see crude oil has been tremendous with its strength, continued uptrending price action. Has reached almost every single target we've talked about so far, except the 86 level. 8603 is the final target of the key range, which extends from that level up to 8603. We've been trending higher ever since. These pullbacks have provided a nice squeeze to the upside. Nice squeeze. We got another buy signal yesterday. Great 4-day pullback after this recent trend. Strong pivot low at 80.58. Nice midpoint here, just above or just below the 82s, 81.90. So basically any pullback to about 82 here, which is where we're currently sitting on, provides an opportunity to buy the early dip this morning and look for a checkmark trend day up. In the best case scenario, we may close on new highs, but this could be a digestive day for a day or two as bulls look to defend 82s. For a shot at 86 to 87 ahead. So strong low, pullback retest entry with a shot to continue higher toward the 86 target. Lastly, taking a look at crude oil. I guess one thing I should mention lastly about crude oil before I head to gold is if there's a failure to hold 82s on a closing basis by the end of the day, that could be significant and can open up more weakness. Something along the lines of this pattern here, or even this one where you have a good signal, but the next day closes below the midpoint, which opens up a stop run. So it needs to stay above 81.90 here by the end of the day. All right, lastly, gold futures. Down today, back to 1780. Been a very choppy affair here. This one has been still stuck between the 1760 level right here. There it is right there, 1760 up to about 1835 to 1840. That's the range right there. That's the range. When you get a little bit below it here, it snaps back. Here it held and snapped back. It's trying to get to this edge, but it's just really just in here stuck. And that's going to continue to be the price action, it's going to continue to have a downward slope, and at some point here, even if we do hit 1835, 1840, it could lead to a very big test at 1760, followed by even more weakness down below. So right now, still in the chop between 1760 and 1840, with again, no real directional conviction at this time. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, happy Friday. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Have a fantastic, spooky Halloween, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.